Welcome to part 2. Let's start off by gazing upon the gigantic shit pile that are Alex Smith's rookie year cumulative stats. You might have to go look it up if you want to see what each stat represents if you really want to, but the key point here is 1 touchdown, 11 interceptions, and 11 fumbles in only 7 starts. Oh, and check this bullshit out. Can you believe that? How do you do that? I really can't believe that just happened. Let's look at it again. Oh, man. Oh, what the fuck? It's the same game, and he does the same thing again. Look, it's obviously a different play, but he does the exact same thing. How is this even possible? Did this guy never pick up a football before this game? Here's a montage of shit from his game against Indianapolis. Look at this dumbass throwing a pick right to Cato June. Way to start off your NFL career. God. Oh, here's another one. Another one coming up. Yep. Yet another interception. At least this guy didn't go back for a touchdown, but damn. Holy shit, he just did it again. Did you see this fucktard? He did it again. Watch. He fumbled and nobody touched him. Oh, and now he just fucked up a screen pass. Yeah, that's fucked up. And what's worse, he went #1 overall. Somebody actually took this fuck shit. #1 overall. I'd rather hang out with a drunk Kerry Collins at a Black Panther meeting. I'd rather get fucked in the ass by John Amishi while Tim Hardaway watches than take this guy #1 overall. Anyway, thanks to this shitbag and his 2 wins at the end of the year, the Niners were picking #6 instead of #1, meaning they missed out on Mario Williams, Reggie Bush, Vince Young, D'Brickashaw Ferguson, and A.J. Hawk. Now, I can do without Vince Young. Reggie Bush and Ferguson have been slight disappointments, but the guy they got is just as bad. Now, I know this video is about Alex Smith sucking and not Vernon Davis sucking, but we need to talk about him for a second. Think about it. If the Niners don't win those last 2 games, they get the #1 overall pick. And with the #1 overall pick, there's no way they take Vernon Davis. So it's Alex Smith's fault that they got this turd. Vernon Davis was supposed to be the kind of tight end who could catch 100 balls in a season. So look, he did that, except it took him 3 seasons. These are his cumulative stats from the first 3 years of his NFL career. 103 receptions for 1,132 yards. He was supposed to be one of those superhuman tight ends that could accumulate something like this in 1 year, not 3. Oh, and he only has 9 touchdowns. P.S. Mike Singletary made him cry like a bitch. I gotta give some credit here, though. Alex Smith's 2nd season was not that bad. Take a look at some of these stat lines. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are okay, some of them are terrible, and some of them are even maybe great. So maybe there was kinda sorta something here. Yeah, the numbers are flawed. I mean, take a look. Only 58% completion, less than 3,000 yards passing, average of 1 touchdown and 1 interception a game exactly. But this isn't that bad. This is salvageable. There's something here. And more importantly, maybe, he took every snap for the 49ers. This is actually the first time it had happened in their franchise history. Now, nobody wants to take a bad quarterback #1 overall, but if you did, you want to know as soon as possible. You want to be able to cut the cord as soon as you can and just move on. Maybe take another quarterback, maybe find another one, or whatever. But you want to know, and the sooner the better. So when Alex Smith was at least average this year, it actually didn't help the team that much. It just delayed the inevitable revelation that he's a piece of shit. So, let's fast forward to the next year and see how things went. In spite of his individual steps forward, the 49ers in 2006 only went 7-9, which is obviously an improvement, but it's not enough for the postseason or even for a winning record. So hopes were high in the 2007 season, and Alex Smith actually kept them up for 2 weeks. The Niners won their first 2 games, and while it's true that he didn't play great, he didn't throw a touchdown in either game, at least he wasn't playing terrible and trying to give the game away. Of course, all this did was make the Niners think they had a good quarterback, which is actually a bad thing for them because, well, they didn't. So, this is really another strike against Alex Smith more than anything. He sucks, but for a short period of time, he makes you think maybe he doesn't. Okay, time for the house of cards to come falling down. Here he screws up the game against Pittsburgh. Look at the dumbass. Try and imagine yourself as a 49ers fan watching these clips. To anyone else, it's just funny. But I tried to imagine myself as a Niners fan watching these. It was kind of like puking, having the puke go up my ass, and then puking it out again after it traverses my whole body, creating a never-ending cycle of puke. Oh, and here's the clip where he gets hurt like a dumbass. Watch him. That's just a pretty normal, everyday sack, but he actually got hurt and missed a couple weeks. Oh, here he comes a few weeks later to save the day or throw picks to D'Angelo Hall. Man, that was pretty bad. Oh, he almost took it to the house, too. That would have just made it more funny. Oh, here he is again. For the win! For the win! No, you dumbass. Another pick to Jimmy Williams. He's not even on the Falcons anymore. He was a first-round pick or second round or something, and he sucks. Yeah, you know who else sucks here. Oh, here he is against Seattle. Look at him get blindsided like a dumbass. Yep. Way to go, dude. And that's how the 07 49ers went 5-11. And remember, they had hope coming into the season. What a turd. Do I really need to say too much more? Well, there are a few people who would say, oh, he was injured. When he came back after that first Seattle game, he was playing hurt. And, you know, that might be true. Although, you know, really he shouldn't be out there if he's going to play that bad because he's hurt. So, let's go ahead and look ahead to 2008. Let's go find some Alex Smith clips from 2008. Huh? What? Footage not found? What's up with that? That's weird. Something must be wrong. Alright, let's see what the problem is here. 2008. Yeah, that's right. Alex Smith did nothing in 2008. Absolutely butt-fuck nothing. He didn't even throw a single incompletion. He didn't play a single snap. He did nothing. Basically, he lost the training camp and preseason battle to a guy named JT O'Sullivan. Yes, JT O'Sullivan. Now, I'm only going to show you 2 clips of JT O'Sullivan here, but that's all we need. Every play is just like these 2 plays. Either he fumbles like a dumbass, or he throws an interception like a dumbass. And both of these plays are featured here. Also, these are the 2 plays that got JT O'Sullivan benched. After pretty much half a season of doing this over and over, they finally decided we need to pull this guy after these 2 plays. Now keep in mind that Alex Smith actually lost his job to this JT O'Sullivan guy. So basically what the 49ers thought was, well, JT O'Sullivan is terrible, but Alex Smith is worse. So basically what they're saying is he could actually get worse than that. So, like in that last clip where JT threw the pick 6. Basically, what the Niners are saying is they think Alex Smith on that play would have thrown the pick 6, run out to the 50-yard line, pulled down his pants, started sucking his own dick while diarrhea came out his asshole. So now that JT is out, it's time for Alex Smith to come in and show us what he's made of, right? Or not. Shaun Hill came in to relieve JT O'Sullivan. Want to know why? Alex Smith had gone on the injured reserve long before. That's right, without taking us so much as a single snap all season, Alex Smith was placed on injured reserve. Oh, and he blows donkey dick too, but because the Niners fans are so used to seeing Alex Smith and JT O'Sullivan, they actually have talked themselves into Shaun Hill being a decent quarterback, and they think he's the future. That's just how bad these guys are. And you know what the worst part is about these last 2 seasons for Alex Smith? He was injured during almost all of them. So now there's an excuse there. They can say, he played badly because he was hurt, or how can you say he's a bust when he's not even playing because he's hurt? If he had just gone out there and sucked like he's well capable of, Niners fans would have abandoned him a long time ago, as would the organization. They would just move on, try and get another quarterback, but no. There's just enough of an excuse there for Alex Smith that he's actually going to compete in training camp this year for the starting quarterback job of the San Francisco 49ers. All because they need to make absolutely sure he's garbage. Now, we're all pretty much positive that he is, but they have to make absolute sure. So that's another strike against him. How many strikes does he have now? 17? And you know what's probably going to happen? He might get hurt again. And then he'll have another excuse. And maybe a couple of Niners fans and people in the Niner organization will actually talk themselves into bringing him back to compete for the job for yet another year. All because they don't want to admit that they fucked up royally on this #1 overall pick. Taking Alex Smith #1 overall is like trying to push turds out your dick and pissing out your mouth. I can't imagine a worse fate. I wouldn't wish this on even the San Francisco 49ers. I'm done. Alex Smith, this one's for you. The real angry video game nerd right here.